Yo, what's the Latin Bass Assassin? What's up? What's happening? And this is the Rodcast, the home of the BBL. That is the Big Bass Live, homies. We try and bring you Big Bass Live. What seems like on the daily, but whether they show up or not is sometimes unknown. That is why they say, do not work with kids or animals because they are highly unpredictable. So, that is exactly what we got going on here. We try and bring you the Big Bass Live. And it is brought to you, it is filmed before live studio commenters. I do not know what happened to the GoPro. It just said, the GoPro looked like it was still live, but then it was like, yo, I don't got connection with anything. GoPro is on its own. So we haven't moved very far, guys. We're in the same location. We just came from a different angle because we were messing with the camera. With that cooling box on the outside, it increases the level of complexity when you're trying to take stuff apart to pull out the battery, because I couldn't turn off the GoPro. It wouldn't respond to the power button. It was just live, so I had to take out the battery. But in order to do so, you got to take off the box on the outside, then you got to take off the mod box, then you got to do this, you got to do that. It's a lot of dumbness, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Tino Dad is alive, bro. He's just existing. But you guys got to understand, that's how Tino Dad is. He just kind of, he exists in his own non-committal world. He just kind of, for the 4th of July, he called me. But of course, he was what seemed like slightly lubricated. And he was all like, hey, wait, I got to get on that Rodcast, bro. I got to get on that Rodcast. And I was like, dude, cool, you can show up. I know you never will, but whatever. And he never showed up. So that was expected. But he is alive, guys. He is alive, and I did hear Kimmy's voice in the background. I've actually talked to Kimmy multiple times, guys. He is alive. She is still, spoiler alert, she still puts up with his shenanigans. Right now, I am putting on some thump gel onto this jig. Microsoft is having an outage, so Colin's like, excellent. Colin may have even caused the outage, but that's neither here nor there. I can neither confirm nor deny what happened. Those are great lengths that you may or may not have gone through, Colin, just to make sure that you get to watch the Rodcast. I can respect that. Very respectable right there, Colin. Hey, Q-Art, what's happening? We're just out here, Art, trying to catch ourselves a 5-pound BBL so that we can pay out a $100 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card in a random giveaway to those in the chat who watch me do it live. We are dragging a jig right now in hopes of hooking into that BBL Plus. Yo, Kendall, Kimmy is still with him. She's doing God's work, bro. I'm telling you, I'm going to submit her for sainthood. I don't think she's Catholic, but I think I'm going to submit her for sainthood because she puts up with his shenanigans. Oh yeah, Art. We instituted the BBL Pluses. BBLs are one thing, but BBL Pluses are to give back to the people watching the live. We have the subscriber giveaways, which happen every 2 weeks, but we are running out of the ones that I owe. And then we have the BBL Pluses for the live, those who watch the live. It's just got to be a 5-pounder. Now, we knocked off the 4-pound BBL Plus with a 5.5-pounder earlier in the month. Now we're trying to do it with another 5.5-pounder. And in fact, the stash was here this weekend and he caught a 5.5-pounder, but I didn't, so I couldn't pay it out. How's your kayaking doing out there, dog? Let us know. Also, I saw that the lake, that Elephant Butte, was kind of low. Is this correct? Like, how low is low, bro? How low is low? Because that lake's been low for a while. And guys, Elephant Butte is a lake that I used to fish when I lived in New Mexico. It is a desert lake, and desert lakes fluctuate with the rains. I bless the rains down in New Mexico. To fill up Elephant Butte so my homies can go fishing. There is some eelgrass on top, guys. There are waves of it that happen, so we're gonna see if we can throw a deep diving crank at this angle. It's at 5.5%. Yo, Kendall, so I saw that, well, the moderator brought that to my attention, that Bassmaster had put out the top 10 lakes in the United States, and Guntersville didn't make the top 10. But I'm gonna tell you, bro, I feel bad now, because potentially, maybe they were watching this live stream, and they're all like, man, that fool does not catch as many fish as these guys are saying. So, Guntersville, knock it down on the list. I think that might have been part of the reason, bro. But they don't understand, bro. We ain't going for quantity. We are going for quality. So if I inadvertently hurt the lake's level of coolness, my bad. Interesting. Art says that work has him by the bait balls. Dude, what kind of work do you do that that work is allowed to hold you by the family jewels, dog? Maybe I don't want to know what kind of work this is. Maybe I do want to know what kind of work this is. Look, bros, I'm just saying. It is possible that I knocked Guntersville down a couple pegs. I never meant to do that. I never meant to make you cry. I don't remember how that song goes. Hey, you're the state fire marshal, bro. Are you kind of, let me ask you a question, bro. Are you kind of like Fire Marshal Bill? I don't know if you are old enough to know that. I mean, I guess nowadays you don't have to be technically old enough to know anything. You've got the internet. But now I'm going to picture you like Fire Marshal Bill. A character from In Living Color, done by Jim Carrey. I don't remember his catchphrases. I think that was a smoking catchphrase. So there we have it, guys. Art is Fire Marshal Bill. Washalot. No wonder he's busy all the time. He's fire marshaling. Puro Fire Marshal Bill aquí. You see, guys, the Rodcast brings legends. Legends. It brings them together. Art, Senor Fire Marshal Bill. He's right here repping, dog. Man, we all thought that Fire Marshal Bill, after the end of In Living Color, we never knew what he actually ended up doing with his life. But here we are. Art continues on as Senor Fire Marshal Bill. My hat's off to you, Art. Doing what you gotta do. All right, guys, there is a 30% chance of rain at all times today. And there is a 100% chance of eelgrass all the time, every day, all day on this lake. We just got to hope that we don't run into it on every cast, but we will. So let me go live and apologize to all those who love Lake Guntersville for the fact that my fishing performance has shown to be a little bit detrimental to the lake, because they're all like, bro, I seen a dude fish it live. These guys talking about catching 40, 50, 60 fish a day. This guy will catch like 4 fish a day. All right, guys, I told you there's a 100% chance of eelgrass here all the time, every time. And there it is, 100% eelgrass. This is like Christmas, bro. You take off the eelgrass to reveal your gift. Your lure is back. And that's why here we've been having to, well, actually, let me throw this hair jig a little bit. Cuba fueled, what's happening? We're gonna have to move, guys, because right now the eelgrass, all that open water over there, the wind is blowing the eelgrass straight to us. So the eelgrass game is basically, you gotta avoid touching the edges. You know, it's like operation. Ooh. It's like operation, bros. You just kind of, when the wind is blowing towards you, you got to see how much distance there is between you and the bank to determine how much eelgrass you're going to have to deal with. Because there's so much eelgrass that can accumulate from in front of me and head towards me, and it will come in waves. Oh, Fueled is loading up the boat? That's, okay, are you talking about you're loading up the boat, or are you loading up the boat as in terms of fish? You're like, yo, bro, we are loading up the boat. Or is it just, I'm loading up the boat with fishing tackle so that we can go fish? Just so I give proper credit, dog. All right, we're gonna move, guys. There's too much eelgrass here. The winds are picking up. Oh, also, I'd like to discuss something that I saw yesterday that was very troubling. I'm not going to say who exactly, but somebody, if you guys remember our discussion of Sam Elliott's mustache and its evil control over him, allegedly. If you guys remember that discussion, somebody sent me a picture of Sam Elliott pre-curse, and I can't unsee that, guys. I can't unsee what Sam Elliott looked like pre-mustache. So thank you to the person who sent me that, so that now I cannot live my life the same. Because I know Sam Elliott was free at one point in time, and now he is subject to the curse. But it's game time, homies. It's time to roll. If you guys see flying debris, it's just eelgrass flying off the trolling motor and all other areas which it has worked its way into. So maybe we don't want to do that to the stash. You know what? We have to. We have to still do it to the stash, just to free him. Give him one more chance at life. a life that's not controlled by evil mustaches. And also, what up, Amanda? Alright guys, we're gonna do a gangster lean. We're gonna be riding this boat like we was gangster rolling. We're just cruising down the lake in my Ranger. Too many people, if any, homies out here rocking a Ranger all gangsta. Dead Rabbit, I believe the gentleman that you speak of was a boss pre the show. They just determined it after the show. Cruising down the lake in my Ranger. Eelgrass. Let's do some side imaging of this area and see what we got here. So let's pick off a couple right here, guys. All right, dudes. We are in 8 feet of water. We are throwing that deep diving crank, but to the deeper side of this area. There are floating mats of eelgrass here. Nothing too crazy. Yo, GM, what up, dog? Mike's hat is appreciated. Hope you saw yourself on the community post, GM. You made the community bulletin, bro. There is grass that I'm in right now, guys. And we are slowly popping our way out of said grass. What that was, nobody knows. It wasn't a fish, though. Excellent, GM, you saw yourself. That post would have been wasted if you didn't see it. It would be like someone, well, it would be like a tree falling in the woods and no one hearing it. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, did it really happen? Who knows? Needed a margarita and some buffet playing in the background. What? Food can play? What are you talking about, dog? You're talking about a band, like a mariachi band. Hey, Krill, you can't hate on me, bro. Buffet, Buffett, they either are exactly spelled the same or you need to know the context, bro. In that moment, I was all like, what is this guy talking about? Why is he talking about food? He got me thinking about Golden Corral, dog. I was like, I don't think there's any Golden Corrals over here. Have you guys been to Golden Corrals? Those. Those establishments right there are pretty delicious. Man, that even got the moderator to laugh. After many years of being married to me, not much makes her laugh. She has gone into a deep sadness. Margaritas should have been my context? Bro, how? I don't drink. And it should be like pina coladas, bro. Be like, if you like pina coladas and something in the rain. I don't know if he sings that song. I don't know what he sings, bro. Oh, now Dead Rabbit is talking about us taking over Mexico. Man. First it was Canada, and now it's Mexico. Shh, guys, Colin's watching. He does not like Canada talk. Margaritaville. Oh, yeah, it's because I'm a heavy drinker, so that's why I should have known about Margaritaville. Bro, I don't drink, never have, never will. Why would I know about that? Though technically I know stuff about things that I've never partaken in either. Like, I've never walked on the moon, or I've never been to space, but I know we've never been to the moon. And discuss. Dudes, what you see before me, before you, is an unaltered state of mind. I have not drank alcohol, done any drugs at all. The only alteration to this mind has been when the car hit me. And that alteration may have been massive. And may have also happened at a pivotal time. I believe I might have been in second grade, first or second grade, when I got hit by that car. So, you know, probably some of the years of the brain forming. So potentially that one time that I got hit by a car might have been enough to be equivalent to years of drinking and hard drug usage. I don't know. And children, any kids that are watching, say no to drugs. But what I'm saying is, also say no to cars hitting you, because it wasn't fun. But I'm just saying, these things might add up to the same amount of damage. I don't know for a fact. Moderator, how dare you say that I'm older than you? Wow. It's true, guys. Wow. She came at me with an old man reference. She's like, hey, vato, you're all old, ancient. And I know this. So that just makes you an old dumb guy. Creel, I don't know why, but YouTube blocks you out of top messages, bro. I have to switch over to all comments in order to see your stuff, because I saw Kendall say something about driving at 4, and I was like, what the heck? What's Kendall talking about? But he was responding to, I think, your comment. I was driving at 4. But either way, dude, I was not driving. I was an innocent bystander across the street. And then a car thought that it could take me out. And I was like, bro, it's gonna take a little bit more than a whole bunch of steel coming at whatever speed to take me out. Dude, can you imagine what the bus driver felt like when I went flying into the air? I assume flying, right? And I was a limp body just floating in the air. I didn't hit her windshield. I hit like the bumper and went under the bus. But imagine if I had hit her windshield, would her reaction have been turn the wipers on to brush me off the windshield? It would have been like, oh God, I'm spreading him everywhere. Or would it have been just like, what in the, because dude, I should actually figure out who that lady was so that I can ask her what she saw and get her perspective. I hope she's still alive. Oh man, if only I could remember who that bus driver lady was, because I want to get her perspective, because she can tell me exactly what she saw. Now, I could ask the driver, but I think that would be kind of weird. And then he's probably not going to tell me because he's going to plead the fifth, even though like statute of limitations is probably already gone. I think the statute of limitations for running over a kid in New Mexico is probably like a week. It's like, all right, bro, as long as they don't sue you or anything within a week, well, fair game. He shouldn't have been crossing the street with a stop sign out. So anyways, this the Wild Wild West, homies. Do not cross the street. All right, Moon. I did not get hit by a bus. I got off of the bus. The bus had, I mean, there's a little bit more detail in the story. Man, who invited the sun now? So I got hit by a car that was coming the bus had its stop sign out because I just got off of it, and the car was just, I mean, I couldn't say what the car was doing other than driving. And then I ran across the street, and that's when it tried to blindside me. And after that, I'm a little hazy as to what happened. All I know is that my grandfather went and he basically David Hasselhoffed me all the way back from my injury. It is said that he yelled stop to the bus driver, ran all the way over there, picked me up from underneath the bus, and ran me back to his house, which, I mean, he was doing his best in the emotional moment, and may he rest in peace, of course, but I don't think that is the the suggested move to do when you don't know if someone has hurt their back in such an accident. Like, you don't know that. But he probably thought, this vato, he's all chingon, bro. He got hit by a car. We just put a little bit of cebolla underneath his nose, and he'll wake up. But there was no cebolla over there, so he was all like, do I run and go get him, or do I run and get the cebolla and then go get him? So he's like, well, I'm halfway between the two of them, so I might as well go get him, carry him back, and then put the cebolla underneath him, and he'll be fine. So I think, I mean, big ups to my grandpa. He gave me that kind of confidence in life. He said, Washa, this guy's so chingon, I'm just gonna run with him, and he's gonna be okay. So as he was running with me, that's when I woke up. I was all like, what's going on here? Who wants some? Let me at him. Who took a sucker punch at me? I know it was one of you guys. Who wants some? And the car operator. You want a piece of me now when I'm looking at you, vato? Come at me? Why can't you come at me mano y mano, vato? You want a placazo so bad, Spider? I almost said the Mexican version of that, but you want a placazo so bad, Spider? Let's go right here, toe to toe. Vamos, caile. But the car didn't want any after that, bro. After he saw what I lived through, the car was all like, ooh, bro, I sucker punched that fool, and he's back up. Yo, we're good. I don't want no beef, dog. I ain't got no beef with you. And I was like, nah, bro. When I see you in the streets, dog. So, yeah, Moon. Those are the limited details that I have. And Creel says, it's my fault for going back onto the bus. He may or may not be slightly correct about that. Because I did go back on the bus to get my pencil. But I can assure you that stop sign was still out because the bus driver saw me get back on the bus. She left it out. I went across the street. Now, in the driver's defense, as I always keep it real, in the driver's defense, he saw a herd of Mexican kids already walking. So would he have expected that one of the Mexican kids would have strayed from the herd? Maybe, maybe not. But either way, whatever he was doing, he saw his opportunity to strike. And I was like, let's go, vato, toe to toe. I ain't worried about it. So as we keep it real here always, that is what happened. Creel, that was not... I gave the abridged version, bro. If I went into all the details, you guys would have watched the sun go from there to there by the end of the story. He'd be like, all right, guys, it's time for bed. I read you one story, and now it's time for bed. That's what we agreed to. That's all grass, guys. And I didn't want to do that, dog, so I gave the abridged version. Because if you guys want the 100% all the details version, bro, that lasts for like 2.5 hours. Because we have to go into the mindset of me that day. We'd have to go into, what was I thinking when I woke up that day? Was I thinking that I would be bested by a, I don't even remember the make or the model of the car, that I would be bested by an automobile? No, I was not thinking that, Creel. I was thinking there better not be an automobile that gets in my way today, because if there is, ooh, I feel bad for that automobile. So there's a lot of details that I left out, Creel. What did I have for breakfast? Who knows? Probably some cold eggs, because my mom made them and I hated eating eggs. And then next thing you know, I was eating cold eggs because I was forced to eat the eggs regardless. So these are all details, Creel, that have been left out. That information helps out. It doesn't. Did I imagine that I would be spending most of my evening in the hospital? And then once they took my vitals, they said, oh no, this vato is invincible. And then my parents are like, what does that mean? Does that mean he can go back to the onion fields? And they'd be like, psh, this guy could do all kinds of stuff. You don't even want to know about this guy's superhuman abilities. We don't have tests that we can run to see about his superhuman limitations, if any. I think some of my batteries are engaged. My brakes are engaging again. Oh no, Creel, this driver was not too short. This is a male Caucasian. It was a male Caucasian that tried to take me out, bro. What is the deal with these brakes? All right, guys, this is the... Yep, did it again. I don't know what is the problem here. I must be casting too strong, bro. Oh, you're saying I was too short. How could he not see me, bro? Like there should be no reason that he could not see me. All right, guys, this is getting pues muy annoying. Not Creel, but this situation here. I've already fixed the brakes on this, but watch. Like, I'm gonna show you guys the innards of my reel here. I'm gonna show you the innards so you can understand what I'm talking about when I'm saying these brakes are coming off or they are engaging. So, all right, guys, we're not gonna get into too much nerdo science here, right? But watch out, bros. There is a brake system here. I don't know why it's doing it on this reel. Might have to take this back to Bass Pro. But there's a brake system in here. You can easily access it. Very easy to access. You just pop this up and then you pull this out. Awesome. I'm with them on that. But if you look inside this brake system right here, these guys have this set up so that if you pull this, you see how easily that just moves? It's got a spring there, right? So when you cast, this will fly outward, you know, through, is it centripetal or centrifugal? One of those cent forces, might be centripetal, centripetal, I don't even know how to say the word anymore, but will send, as it spins, it will come out like this, right? So you can see how loose that is. It's just moving. You want the other side to also be engaged because if not, it's going to get weird, bro. So these are engaged. But each one of these, when you pop them, now look, I'm going to push this one down. You could probably hear it. So you heard that click. When you pop them down, here's another one. When you pop them down, they should not re-engage. It should only be, see that one too. It should only be these two, this one here and this one here, that are engaged. Nothing else. But as you can see, I've clicked them all into place. And now I'm going to cast, and this thing is going to eventually re-engage. There's no magic here, guys. Like, I have nothing up my sleeves. Washalo, magician, David Blaine. And after a few casts, they're going to re-engage. In fact, they might have re-engaged right there, which is affecting my casting distance. And it's not my loss of strength, which I have none, due to weight loss. But I can feel it just, it's just totally different when you cast smooth. And then the next one is not so smooth. So let me show you guys the brakes now. And again, there is no magic here, guys. I am not doing any sleight of hand. I will go to you and I will only touch what is necessary to touch, and you guys determine what that is and you let me know. Look at this. Boom. Haven't touched anything, right? Okay. No sleight of hand. We look to see how many of these brakes are engaged. We can already see there's one right there, the opposite one. But then we also have this one right here who has re-engaged itself for no reason. So watch, we will pop that one back in. You could hear it pop. Let's see this one right here. That one's engaged. That one's engaged. Now these two should be the only ones that were engaged. But I could feel it change during the cast. So that is the problem. That cast right there, okay, smooth, no problem. I don't know what it is, guys. I can feel it already. You can see the casting distance change. Everything changed. I probably have another break that's popped out again. You can also see rain coming in front of us. But let's take a look at it one more time. Nothing up the sleeves, nothing. Taking it off. You guys can look. It's harder for me to see, but you can look. Yep. Now I've got potentially 4 of them disengaged. So here's 1. Here's 2. And then these other ones are disengaged. And this guy's disengaged. Bro, I'm going to have to take this back to Bass Pro Shop and be all like, why do these keep in? I don't know. So that is all right. So now that I've shown you guys the brake system, now I can address Unlimited's statement about me being 1 or 2 feet tall. If I was 1 or 2 feet tall, I would have gone underneath the vehicle, guys, or got run over by the tire. So come on, guys, let's at least keep it within the realms of physics. So yeah, dudes, I don't know why that keeps on re-engaging. I will have to see what Bass Pro says. It's not doing it on these other reels, at least I don't think. Because I can cast like a boss champion. So yes, Unlimited, your physics are flawed. I would have gone under the vehicle and I would have just walked home and still had a story to tell, because I would have been all like, bro, a car just went straight over me. And then my brothers will be all like, yeah, you idiot, you should have done this and that and whatever, right? But that's not what happened. The car went straight through me, no matter what height I was. Come on, guys, if we're gonna have a discussion, we gotta have a serious discussion. Let me take a look at these brakes. Yeah, these are the brakes right here on this one. Boom, perfect. Only 1 per. I don't know, maybe I just need to ease up on my casting because I cast. I need to quit doing a jerking cast. It should be a smooth one maybe. But either way, I'm gonna take this back to Bass Pro and be like, hey, I got like a 10-year warranty here, dog. I think it's a 10-year warranty. Why is your brake system failing me? And more than likely, if I know Bass Pro Shop, they're gonna be all like, well, let me take a look at that. And they'll be like, oh, yes, I see. And then they're going to, I may have to cast in their store. I may have to take Don's chatterbait and go, and then see if I can get to the fish tank. And I'll be like, look, dude, after 3 casts, actually, I might be able to cite this video right here and be all like, what's up, bro? I have a video that shows exactly what was happening. My cast keeps slowing down. They keep on re-engaging. Washala bros, this live has finally benefited somebody. And just so happens to be me that these lives benefited. So, washala bros, I'm gonna take this to Bass Pro Shop. And then that will be my lead on to, hey guys, you know, in case you wanted to sponsor me, but I'd just be talking to a salesperson, so they'd be all like, dude, I don't work in that department, so you're gonna have to talk to someone else. I'd be like, yeah, bro, point me in that dude's direction. Because I was going to reach out to Bass Pro Shop, but when it looked, it was contact us and whatever. So I was like, should I go that route? But they have this affiliate route where it's all like, yo, bro, yeah, we'll give you a code. You tell the people that you know to use your code and you'll get 5%. 5% of whatever they order. So I don't know if that's the partnership that I'm after. I mean, I guess technically I do know that that is not the partnership that I'm after. I got a different plan. I won't actually say live because, you know, there's always someone watching, bro. Someone's watching so they can bite. You know what I'm saying? If the fish ain't biting, homie, I tell you what, some of the people watching are always biting. So it's a tough world out here, guys. When you're surrounded by biters, except in the water. I don't know why I'm not surrounded by biters in the water. But we are going to move in a little bit. Did you say they should be able to replicate it on what? On their spooler? Yo, Dead Rabbit, you're saying that there's a machine that can throw as hard as this machine right here? Come on, Dead Rabbit. Only the good Lord has created this. Only He has the ability to create and destroy this. A line depuller. Bro, how are they going to replicate this? The beginning portion of that cast. That's not possible. Because the beginning portion of that cast is what I believe, it's what's sending the brakes out. They're holding on. They're like, all right, he doesn't want us to be engaged. And then all of a sudden they feel it and they're like, whoa! And boom, they go flying out. They can't hold on. They're mere plastic. But we are going to move in a second, guys. This is kind of weird. I would have expected a bite from here. But that's not a problem. We move. Ooh, I didn't throw a Nico at him. That sneaky little Nico will get him. Second spot. No fish. I should put my sun covers on too. I'm out here in the shade getting tricked. Don't get tricked like this, guys. You will get a sunburn in the clouds. Those clouds do not block the UV. They block some of the sunlight, but not the UV. And that's the part you need to be concerned with. Nerd. All right, we've masked up. Let's unplug and plug in the GoPro again. All right, guys. Don't forget to enter that subscriber giveaway. It will be done tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central. Where are the fish, guys? I guess that's what everybody's asking me. Where are the fish? This mask is not cooperating. Uh-oh. Ruben looking out for me, talking about some heavy rain. Thank you very much, Ruben. I think I see it. Dude, life is good, real good. When you got homies like Ruben looking out for you, bro. When you got them looking out for you and be like, yo, dog, keep your eyes peeled. You might get a little crazy out there. Ruben for the win, dogs. All right, so we're just gonna side scan some stuff real quick, guys. And now we got our local weather from the chicken coop. Before good cell phones. Oh, that must have sucked, bro. I saw to miss what I believe to be some fish chilling here. I'm gonna go back over one more time and check and see what, get some verification. I changed my screen palette because I had yellow on it, but I don't know. I'll try this blue, take a look at it, see if it's any better. I used to roll with blue all the time back in the day. Not that I was a crip or anything, guys, but I used to roll with blue all the time. I see that heavy rain over the horizon, bros. That's what Ruben's talking about. I don't know where that is headed. I kind of feel like it's headed directly towards us. towards those mountaintops. Dang, bro, that fish finder gets hot and it makes my phone hot. I was in wrestling krill. I wasn't gonna fall. Ruben, I'm talking about krill being the local chicken coop, bro. Oh, I wasn't talking about you, dog. That was weather from krill's local chicken coop. I saw what looked like to be fish kind of stacked up. What the heck is this thing talking about? 2,000 feet. Has this thing officially lost its mind? All right, guys, this fish finder has possibly lost its mind. It says we are in 3,000 feet. I mean, 1,500 feet. As my phone lost its mind. What the Everything is losing its mind. Lots of lightning. Uh-oh, guys. We'll throw a couple casts, guys, and then we will mount up. The chicken coop is saying that there's lightning. Ruben is saying that there's lightning. And we are not here to test. Oh, I hear that thunder. I hear thunder. It looks good, guys, but we're gonna get ahead of this one because that looks like the lightning and the thunder. Okay, but let's do like 2 more casts. And then we'll get ahead of the lightning and the thunder. Why did my phone turn off? We're gonna throw 2 jig casts and then we are out of here. Once that comes over the mountain, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. I had marked what I thought were fish here, but... Oh, now we're in 30 feet. We're in 15. Oh, wow. My phone off. Okay. I hear it. I don't know if you guys hear it. Special weather statement. Y'all gonna get smoked until 12 p.m. One more cast, guys. We got the special weather statement on our watch that said, get the fish out of there, dog. It's coming for you. And we will get the fish out of here. And I don't mean we're gonna take the fish out of the water. Hopefully we do on this cast. But if we don't, we will come back. Maybe, depending on the weather. I don't know what it is, but lately the weather has been off and on storming. Oh, I might be back to the future, dog. I can see it. The wind is blowing as though it is headed in this direction. All right. Nothing here on the jig. Let's move, guys. Ah, jajay. Ay, 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 Zordon. Thunder. Thunder, Zordon. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 Zordon. Ay, 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 Zordon. Thunder. Ay, ay, ay. Let's get out of here. It's starting to get darker and darker. Darkness. Darknesses. Yo, what up, Don? Don used to come in and throw a peace sign. Now he throws gang signs, bro. Puro vatos locos. That's what Don was throwing right there, bro. He threw the V and he threw the L. Vatos locos. Vatos locos forever, Don. Down the street in my Ranger. Bros, that is the beauty of living 5 minutes from the lake, is that you can say, all right, I'm getting off the water. I'll be back later today or tomorrow or whatever. But you don't gotta push it, because I think if I was visiting the lake, I would be all like, well, I think I could go just a little bit longer. You know, I drove all the way over here from New Mexico, so we should probably fish as much as we can. But now I think I'm getting soft. Maybe this weight loss has made me soft. I'm gonna have to put on some bulk. I gotta put some bulk on because I am getting soft. All signs are pointing to get off the water. Ruben came in and said, yo, vato, it's looking stupid. It's starting to get crazy. Creel said, so I interpreted that as it's raining over there and he's hearing thunder. And the weather alert said, yo, dude, I mean, it's up to you, but there is a special weather alert. Extreme chaos is possible. So my dudes, I do not know what to tell you guys. I do not know if I should tell you guys we'll be on the water later today. I don't know if I should tell you guys that we will not be. It all depends on the weather. And that is not whether or not I am going to be fishing. It is whether or not the weather is going to cooperate. Creel said the sun is back. But I don't usually trust Creel. He's trying to get me to go to the future. Now, hopefully, guys, when we do come back, we have our battery. And if we have our battery, well, then the lake is our oyster. American Patriot knows you got to get out while the getting is good. Though I see somebody putting in right now. So we'll see. I'll tell them about the weather statement, see if they got it, and then we'll see how that works. I'll be back, guys. Never even put the keys in the right spot. so I told the dude, didn't know about it. I don't know if he's still gonna put in or if he's just gonna chill. I don't know what he's doing, but all we can do is inform them. All right, are you? Hey. Oh, that's true. Every day. That's what I'm running from. My trailer's in a little bit crooked. Lightning in your area. I just got a little warning on my watch. "45 minutes should be good." I only got one.
Got one good one, the other 9 were. Want me to pull you out so you gotta climb over?
No, I'm good. Thanks, man.
Sure?
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
Oh, it's all good. Are you taking off?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Wait. I slipped getting back in the boat, guys, but not like Krill wanted me to. I just slipped, and I did the Van Damme splits, but don't worry about it, guys. You guys don't know that I could do the Van Damme splits, because I'm cool like that. "45 minutes-ish should be good." All right, guys, to avoid any lightning or any potential strikes of lightning, I am here on the ramp and I'm gonna bid you guys adieu. So we fished around, we found out that we only caught one fish, dudes, but that was enough to keep the streak alive. Just in case we don't come out later on the day, I don't know for a fact what's gonna happen. Weather is being stupid. So, my dudes, much love. Fish around and find out, and let's stay out the lightning, dog. Peace out. Is the water high? I don't think so, Tom. I think it's, I don't know. I'm not even gonna pretend to know, dog. Maybe. Peace out, dog.